Welcome to ATB-TV. I'm Darren Dance here with Peter Morganti, and today we're in downtown Ballan, out the front of the old CFA building. It's quite peaceful here in Ballan, Pete.
Your hometown, Darren.
It is our hometown.
This is where we'll have the civic reception when Tiberian wins the Melbourne Cup.
Well, the Melbourne Cup's actually coming to Ballan on its tour.
On its tour,
it's
right.
one of 3 or 4 cities or towns.
Yep.
And it's due to the fact that I believe there's been 3 Melbourne Cup winners bred in the district. So
there has to be a link for the Cup to tour through any of these towns.
Yes, there's been 3 bred in the area. Hopefully, we might own one.
Yeah, it'd be great.
Anyway, let's go back through the runners, Pete, and we'll go through where we went last week.
We found another winner, which was good. So we're up to 9 for the month with 2 days left or 1 day left. So we'll go way back to Warrnambool. I travelled down. We didn't have a lot of luck, but the best run was Captain Harry first up, who got back to last but ran home nice on a real heavy track. Yeah,
Warrnambool was very heavy there last week. You know, sometimes you wonder whether you should be running on these real wet tracks, but it was worse than a 10. And he got right back, and he finished off really well, and he looks like he's in for a good prep.
Yep, for sure. We also had Pressing Matters in the distance maiden, highweight maiden, finished 5th, but for where he was positioned, he was given no chance.
Yeah, well, you know, you made the selection of putting Jamie Mott on, didn't you? That was your call, wasn't it?
I had 2 choices, Jay Ellett or Jay Mott. Jay Ellett was away.
Jay Ellett was away, and Jay Mott got lost.
Yeah, I think he got bogged.
Well, the horse got bogged anyway. Anyway, I'm going to give that horse one more go, and that's it.
Yeah,
so, if he doesn't win next start, bye-bye.
Yeah, and that's might be Geelong Sunday.
Right.
Dasha Maple, again, she, well, look, whether she doesn't go at Warrnambool or she's just not going at all at the moment, but...
Well, she's put in 2 bad runs on 2 really heavy tracks. I think she's a soft 7, heavy 8 type of horse, and with that in mind, we've picked her up and we've sent her across to Paul Prushka, who trains at Horsham.
Yes, he does.
And he will finish off her preparation to see if we can get a couple of wins out of her in the Western Districts before she goes to the paddock.
Yeah, and she'll qualify for benchmark 58 races now, which...
You sound woeful.
Man flu, Darren.
Man flu. If you give it to me, it'll be dead flu, cremation time.
I couldn't get the number plate of the truck.
Just breathe at the camera, not me.
Feel ordinary.
You look ordinary.
Yeah.
You've looked ordinary for a while, though.
Yeah, I've got an excuse now. Righto.
Too funny.
Cranbourne, next day, Galileo's Pearl. I think he's got giddy. He ran 9th.
Well, he's had about 5 runs in 5 weeks, hasn't he?
Yeah, 4 and 4 and 6 in about 6. Yeah.
Anyway, he's gone to the paddock. I think he showed us that too many runs and too close together. So he's gone to the paddock, and he'll have a month off, and he'll be back over those summer months. He doesn't handle the wet.
Yeah.
He doesn't handle the synthetic, and I think the last 2 runs have just been, in hindsight, a waste of time. And I think everyone knows that. But you know, if we get him back into his good form, in hindsight, he probably should have just been running today at Sandown.
Yeah. Nice to see Mick's got a plan going forward anyway in those valley races. Be good.
Nice to see Mick's doing pre and post race audios now.
Yeah, getting them out.
You know, hello, Galileo Pearl owners.
Yeah. Well,
it's exciting.
It's
the old monotone Mick.
Reports are out, which is the main thing.
Well, we're getting informed.
Can't be sounding no worse than me at the moment. So that was Sunday. Just back to Saturday. Obviously, we had a lot of disappointed owners with scratchings, with Yogi missing out, Ransom Money, and obviously here to Fox. So
3 of them. All didn't run.
Bang,
anyway,
bang, yeah.
But it was worth the Sunday night, wasn't it?
Certainly was.
You didn't get out of bed, did you? You didn't watch it?
I seen your text message about 10 next morning, I reckon, and I thought, gee, good, he won, and then my head went bang again. But yeah, Tiberian, how good was that?
No, it was a great win. Geez, unbelievable, this horse. We bought him in December, and he's had 5 runs for us, and he's won 4 of them. That's ridiculous. Like, it just doesn't happen, does it?
No.
Now he's sort of in the top 4 of the market of the Melbourne Cup.
$20 odd, I think, isn't he?
Yeah, so no flash odds there, but very satisfying. That was pretty much first prize there was well over 200,000 for that Group 2, and he's certainly talked about now in terms of Melbourne Cup. As I keep saying to everyone, there's a lot of water got to go under the bridge, and he's got to travel well, he's got to quarantine well, he's got to recover well. We need a decent gait, and then we need a good ride, and then we've got to be better than him. Yeah. So I reckon we've got step 1 of 8 ticked off.
It's amazing, isn't it?
And I think, you know, there's a long way to go, but I couldn't be happier with him. And of the other horses that I had earmarked to look at, Most of those have disappointed, but they have had a very wet year over there.
Yeah.
And we do try to find firm trackers, but I've identified a couple for next year, Pete.
Yep, already.
A couple of young ones that are coming through the ranks that are starting to just show up on our radar, and yeah, we'll be watching them closely over the next month.
Yeah, no, exciting times coming up.
So congratulations to all those guys, and we look forward to welcoming the European owners who have half a Tiberian into Melbourne for the week, and I'm sure they'll really be blown away with the way Victoria Racing Club and RBL look after them, and the show they put on.
Just one of the real positives, and you mentioned across a lot of media outlets, was it was nice to see him run on from midfield, because he's obviously won from up on the post at his first 3 runs. So yeah,
I don't like it. You can't win the cup if you lead. Peter Ellis was telling me only 3 horses that have ran in the first 6 in the Melbourne Cup, so in running have been in the top 6. Only 3 have figured in the finish.
I know
over the last 20 years.
I know one of them.
Who?
Might and Power.
Might and Power.
That's one, but that's...
Didn't win a Melbourne Cup, did it?
I'm pretty sure it beat...
In the last 20 years?
I'm pretty sure it beat Think of Freedman's.
I reckon it'd be more than 20 years ago. Showing your age now.
Well, it's an example.
You got nothing.
Probably 21 years.
Yeah.
I reckon Greg Hall went the salute on Doremus, but Might and Power held on.
Don't remind him.
No.
Might and Power and Doremus getting to Might and Power. They hit the line photo. Oh, nothing between them. Doremus or Might and Power in a close go. Big Haulers in the whip in the air. He thinks he's won. In number 3, Might and Power has held on to win the Melbourne Cup.
Anyway, that's all good. Now, as we stand here, you're on your way to Sandown today, where we've got My Shiny Choice looking for a hat-trick of wins.
Well, it won't happen, will it?
Well, we've had it happen. This Galileo's.
It just doesn't happen, Peter. Like he's won 2 on the synthetic. He's won a 58 to 64.
Yep.
He's going up to a 70. He's in great form. We could have run tomorrow on the synthetic, but I think he gets his chance to have a midweek crack at Sandown.
Yeah.
Brad Varula's on. He's down a little bit in weight, and I think the owners want to test him against the better horses in town. Yep. His brother was pretty good, Uxorius. He won a group race or 2, and he really handled the wet. Today I think he's only soft 6 or 7, so you know, with Brad on and the horse in great form, he's a $10 chance, and he's probably an each way show.
Yep.
But look, anything can happen if he gets the right run.
It's a little bit of Carraghan air about it. But
well, the horse is in good form,
Yep.
so sometimes you just got to give him a rip and see what happens.
Exactly.
But he's certainly come back from that injury in fine form, this horse, and I think the extra time's really benefited from him.
Yeah.
And a credit to Robbie and the team down there on the job they've done.
Yeah, tough horse. Tomorrow, no races as such, but we'll have trials.
You'll be doing trials?
We'll have a few going around, like Think Babe, etc., etc. I'll get those out later today. Now, Condover Hall, the Master Craftsman, was going to, but I just did hear of Michelle Payne.
Not trialling.
Yeah, having a bit more gate practice with him, barrier practice.
Being a naughty boy in the barrier.
Yeah, apart from that, everything's great with him.
Good to see she's got Andrew, a brother, helping her out.
Yeah, they work well together, the Payne family. And
I won't be wrapping them up if their horse beats us today in the last.
Yeah, well, that's a point.
I'll be throwing stones at her.
Just letting her know. Friday, Artisano's 3rd emergency, which effectively now is 2nd emergency because one's already scratched.
Well, I had a look at that, and I think those 2 up the top that have got 59 and drawn
Forward,
wide would probably come out.
Yeah, we're a chance.
So we're a chance. So I don't know if they're going to trial in the morning or what they're going to do. Anyway,
no,
that's your job.
it.
You'll sort it out.
There's a mile race at Benalla. If I'm sure the acceptance is probably nominations are coming through as we speak.
All right.
As a backup, so hopefully we can get in there. Saturday we have
Warrnambool.
Warrnambool. Well,
Big day for you.
I'll go to Warrnambool.
How many runners?
Oh, 2.
2.
2. I'm going to interview Paul Prushka too for the folks there. That
No one will know who he is.
Yeah, well, I will now. So we'll get old Paul while I'm there. We have Sarplain in an 1800 metre maiden, which looks a lovely distance for him 3rd up. Jared Lawrence-Cerny will ride.
Jack's suspended, unfortunately. So normally Jack's lucky is he does all the hard work.
There's about 4 horses here he could have rode.
Gets suspended and then they come out and win.
Yeah.
Should have won last time, Sarplain.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to seeing him going around on that track. It's a little bit of a tricky track.
Yeah.
But the rider's in good form.
Yes.
And he's knocking up winners in the bush.
6 winners from his 15 rides, I think.
6 from 15.
We have PK in the 1,000 metres. Now, we've been tossing and turning a bit here about what we do, but we're going to accept and have a look.
Well, the reason we're going there is we've got a good rap on this horse and he's trialled well.
Yeah.
But the problem we've got is if he doesn't go there, where does he go? There's just not many options for him. the fact that he's had one run and run fifth, he's going to struggle to get in the field. And if we send him around in a stronger race and he doesn't figure in the finish, then we've got no hope of getting a start anywhere. So we've got to go to this week race against my better judgment. But we're going to roll the dice, and we're going to try and just hope he's better than him. And look, really, he's going to be short. He should be winning, but I just, I thought he might have been a better race, but I understand why we're going there, because we need to get some prize money, so we can up the ante next up.
And we may use young apprentice Liam who claims a couple, but we'll just weigh up what barrier he draws and have a look.
Sure.
Also Saturday, red handle at Doomben, 1200 metre, 0 to 70. I didn't see the rider.
There's no rider nominated.
No.
He's got 3 in the race, so I reckon you'll get a guide about who he puts on, because Alana Farncourt broke her arm, so I'd be expecting Jimmy Byrne to go on.
We'd like Jimmy Byrne.
But if we don't get Jimmy Byrne, he puts on one of his others, it's probably sending a message.
Yes.
So we'll just find out. I won't be happy if he doesn't put him on.
Yeah, well,
he'll get told.
Well, there's one on him.
You'll be ringing him.
I'll be ringing. All right.
Giving him a serve. That's your job.
Anyway, she should run well, hopefully. Sunday, you might have a busy day. Might come down with
Geelong,
you. We could have 4 runners.
Really?
Yeah, the Pressing Matters, who we touched on before, in a 2400 metre maiden, Johnny Allen.
Well, if he can't win that, I'll be taking the truck.
Ransom Money, I'll know more tomorrow, but he's been nominated. He obviously had that cut that stopped him from running at Donald the other day, so he was one
He's in
out,
good form, this horse.
1 out of 10 lame, they said, so he must have been just...
He's in good form, this horse.
Well,
he's in good form. He's a good horse. I think he's city class into making this horse.
Yeah, anyway, it was disappointing.
It was good last prep. I watched Donald, and to be honest, I wasn't disappointed.
Oh,
that track was a disgrace. Looked like a ploughed paddock.
Well, yeah,
and I'm really glad he didn't go around.
You're either outside or inside there. So that'd be a nice track there for him at
Geelong will be perfect.
Geelong. Revolutionary.
Who's riding him?
We'll have Dean Yendall. Actually, I've got some funny vision of Yendall. Have a look at this.
Oh, spit the dummy, Dean. Hey?
First winner back. Horse tips him off. Seems throw the whip like a little baby throwing the... Well, he actually even said it himself. I threw the toys out of the cot. Anyway,
well, he's probably sick of falling off.
3 times in his last 4 rides there he's been tipped off at Mildura, so...
He needs to drop the stirrups down a hole, doesn't he? But then he's only got short legs, he can't reach.
I think he's unfit.
Unfit?
Unfit, yeah.
He'll give you unfit if he watches this.
Anyway,
it's good to have him back. We really missed him, and gee, I tell you what, people drop off and forget about him pretty quick, don't they?
I know, but...
anyway, it's good that he's back.
We'll have him in our corner any day, so he'll be Ransom Money. And Revolutionary, which I'm looking forward to him over 1700. He hasn't run since his win at Colorado.
Another horse Jack Hill won on, and he's suspended again.
As Jack said, I've warmed the saddle up for someone.
Well, Jack, I suppose he gets suspended because he has a go.
Yeah, well, that's the point. Yep.
He's fearless.
So, Revolutionary, yeah, he'd be,
1700.
Very hard to win from the maiden to 64, but...
Good horses can do it.
He's a good star in the making, so...
the only problem with Geelong is it favours on-pace horses.
Yeah.
I don't know where he'll be in the run, but I suppose we'll work that out on Sunday.
Yep, and Clairvaux, Matty's got nominated as well. I'm not 100% sure whether he's going to race.
When did he run last? Wednesday?
He ran, so it'll be 11 days, yeah. Be a chance.
He might run because there's no other options.
Yeah, yep.
Who'd he put on?
I don't know yet. I've got to... the nose Yendall's there, so hopefully he goes...
Yeah, Yendall on. He's one on him.
Has one on him. So
get him on. That's your job.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah, ring him.
Ring him?
You got his number?
Yeah.
Let's ring him on live now. On air. Why don't we ring him on air?
You reckon he'll answer?
He'll be asleep, probably.
So that's Sunday wound up. Monday, Benalla.
Monday.
Rocket.
Where'd you go to school?
Sunday.
Monday. Well, could be kids watching this.
I had to have one cough. Benalla on Monday.
Benalla.
Rocket cod, potentially.
Oh, well, I think it's going to rain, so you won't be running.
And obviously Saar Plain, I mentioned.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yep.
And Astrological was mentioned for the 1200 metres, but again, it could be wet. We were looking for a firm surface in 1200.
Yeah, oh well. If it's going to rain anywhere in Victoria, it rains at Benalla. It's a nice track. I like going there. It's a long way, though.
Just when it gets wet, it stays wet.
Yeah, it's
built in a swamp.
Yeah, it is in a swamp.
So there's 3 question marks there. We'll know more as the week unfolds. Tuesday, I think it's Pakenham, and we're banned Pakenham.
Well, I'm about to.
And the Wednesday, I'm pretty sure. The Wednesday
day?
Wednesday.
I don't know what school you went to. Did you go to school?
I just can't get it out properly, you know. Ladbrokes Park Sandown on Wednesday. Craiganair, the
Craiganair.
1800 metre race.
We love going to Sandown.
Got a good record there.
How many have we won there this year?
Actually, match up what we've done at Pakenham and Sandown, be chalk and cheese. I reckon we've had a good...
5 winners at Sandown?
Yep.
Jesus. 5 winners at Sandown and nothing at Pakenham.
Yeah.
Tell me why you might race there.
My shiny choice is the only shining light.
Yeah, well, you must be a good horse if you can win there.
Yeah, because nothing else has been.
No. The sooner we get back on the turf, the better.
Which won't be long.
Right. Is that it?
Wind's cold here, Darren.
It is now.
Yeah. No, I've got not much more apart from...
Oh, we've got some nice chances coming up.
Yeah.
And a lot of runners, so... You know, we'll see what happens. But we're off to a good start with 9 for the month. I don't think I've ever had 9 winners in a month before, as long as I've been in this business for 20 years. So we've certainly kicked off with a good start. Now, the other thing that's kicked off with a good start is our stallion, Dandino. Have a look at this foal. What a beauty. And he's really stamping him, this horse. And you need to watch this week's newsletter because there's going to be a special offer for anyone that wants to get involved in a broodmare in foal to Dandino. And it is a special offer because you don't actually have to buy the mare. You can just buy into the pregnancy, and once we get the foal, I'll just take the mare back and you've got the foal. So you don't have the ongoing costs of keeping a mare and getting it in foal again. So it's a late cover, it's a De Heer mare, and it's going to be a special offer that will be only offered in the newsletter, and it will be pretty cheap, about $800 for 10%.
Great offer.
And get involved in a Dandino pregnancy, and you can read about it in the newsletter. So if you usually get the newsletter and delete it, your loss.
Won't be able to enter.
Well, I've got to go.
Just on the foals, how many on the ground at Manning Tree Park?
6.
6,
and we've got 8 mares in the waiting room. And I think they're just looking at the sky waiting for the sun to come out before they drop. But look, there's some there that, you know, I'm sure we'll have 4 or 5 in the next 4 or 5 days. And we're looking forward to Long Espresso having an I'm Invincible. There's 4 mares there that are going to drop Written Tycoons.
Beautiful.
There's 7 there to drop Dandinos. A couple of Crackerjacks. Fast Ant Rock. Sebring. You know, we've got all the size covered. And just looking forward to seeing what happens. And the vets are out there scanning the mares, and it's in full production.
Exciting times.
Tiring times.
Tiring times, yeah.
But anyway, it's all good. That's what we do, and we're really looking forward to it.
Beautiful.
Anyway, I'm off to Sandown.
I'm off to the warm lounge room of home.
Until next week, I'm Darren Dans with Peter Morganti.